You know, when a lot of guys talk about how selfish women are, basically you've been dating women who are in survival mode. When you're dating a woman who is in survival mode, that means that all she's looking for is personal gain from that relationship. And you have to make sure that you're not the type of person who just attracts women who are in survival mode. See, when a chick is in survival mode, she's going to try to ask you for something the first second y'all pretty much date. This is the type of person who's asking you for basic necessities that they need to be able to pay for themselves. This is the person that's saying, oh, I got to get my nails done before I go out on a date with you. You got to pay for me to get my hair done. You got to send me a car to come over here. These are things that somebody would do if they were living in a society where their type of person couldn't make money. So at a time when women couldn't make money at all, this would be more appropriate. But now, when you got women who are CEOs of companies, you got women who are doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners, um, therapists, all of these different jobs that women have that they get at just as high rate as men in some cases and sometimes more. You got to ask yourself, why can't you afford a babysitter? Why can't you afford to get your nails done? Why can't you afford to get your hair done or buy clothes for yourself for a date? Why would you, as a grown ass man, go out with somebody who can't afford to prepare themselves to go out on a date? That's just stupid. You're getting somebody who's going to operate as a burden in your relationship going forward. They are broke. They cannot help the fact that they can't afford to do the basic things that any person can do. So they're going to ask you. And when you're dating somebody who's in survival mode, the problem is a lot of y'all guys soak it up. Oh, I pay for everything. Yeah, throw it in the bag. That's cool for short term. If you're going to smash her while she's in survival mode, while you pay for her nails, pay for some food for her, you hit her with some pumps, and then keep it moving, that's fine. But you cannot build a relationship with a person that you met in survival mode. They're counting on you to survive from day one. They're telling you to send them this, send them that, do this for me, do that for me from day one, because the problem you run into is what happens when survival mode is over. Now you start seeing the real them. When you stabilize this person, you get them a job, a better job than what they have, or you just take care of them for a while, help them pay off their student loan debt, stuff like that. You're going to start seeing a totally different version of this person. When a person is in survival mode and you're their only lifeline, they're picking up the phone on one ring. But now that they're not in survival mode because you done paid their bills, you done stabilized them, now when you call them, they over here pushing the red, reject, leaving you on red, leaving you on unseen. They don't have time for you now because they're no longer in survival mode. Now they're seeking out the type of relationship they always wanted. That's why you see a lot of the Pookie and Ray Ray and Shad and Tyrone or whatever you want to call it. These people, you put these negative connotations on what they do. The reason why you see them dating women and doing better with them is because they're not getting women who are in survival mode. How am I gonna get a woman that's in survival mode when I'm in jail and she got to put money on my books? How am I gonna get a woman in survival mode when I'm broke and she got to help me out? People always say this, oh, why is it the deadbeats get the best baby mamas and the good dudes get the worst ones? Well, the deadbeats got a woman who actually wanted to have a baby by them and wanted to try to build something with them. And, maybe it didn't work out, but it was never a money move. The quote unquote deadbeats, a lot of times they got somebody who wasn't really in a money move type of situation. It's a different thing with them. You got somebody who wanted money. They don't want you. They don't want you to be a part of your kid's life. They want money. Simple as that. Okay, so that's where it's coming from. They don't want to be with you. They want money. You got a person that was in survival mode. A lot of times you get the worst out of a person when you get somebody that's in survival mode, that's already asking you for things they should have been able to buy themselves in the beginning of the relationship. They don't even know you. It's not like, oh, we've been going together. You done smashed me 100 million times and I asked you for some help with some of my bills or something that I needed. No, it's like we went on one date. Now I need you to pay my groceries, pay for my groceries or buy my kids some clothes or something. The fact that you would still date somebody like that shows that you got the issue. They're in survival mode. That's their problem. What's yours? You're in the equivalent of survival mode when it comes to getting women. You're living from a place of scarcity. That's why you're dealing with the problems that you're dealing with, because you are in your own version of survival mode. A lot of times it's survival mode with money for women, and then for men, a lot of times it's survival mode with trying to get some booty. The same way a woman to call over a dude that they don't really like because they need somebody to pay their bills is the same way a man to call over somebody they don't really like because they got some pressure built up and they're looking for something to pump on. They don't call over somebody they don't really like. They don't call over the girl that they like, I don't really care about you. If you say no, then I'll go find the next one. That's the type of guy that women call and ask for money. You think they're going to call the dude that's the man of their dreams and be like, yo, I need to get my nails done or we can't go out? They wouldn't even take the risk. They wouldn't even want him to know they were in that type of situation. They start thinking transactional when the love ain't there, when the admiration isn't there, when the physical attraction or the chemistry isn't there. The same thing you thinking pumps when the respect isn't there, when the admiration isn't there, when you don't really see her as a viable option for somebody you want to date. You're just trying to get it out the way. Same thing. Survival mode.